Representing very well Local IQ magazine today is food contributor Justin De La Rosa. Hello, Justin. How are you? Welcome back today.
Yes, good to see you again.
You were Steve yesterday.
Yes. Yeah. So today I'm looking a little bit different here. So
Good. Good to have you back.
yeah, definitely.
Today, instead of food, we're going to do some wine.
Yeah, our wine issue is out right now, and it's got some great ideas for summer wines. Since we still have another month or two of
Yeah, it's
doing
still
some
in the
nice summer
90s
wines and-
around here. It's,
Oh yeah,
it's
it
warm.
was really warm yesterday.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit overbearing, but
Yeah.
anyways, but it's nice to cool down with with some nice cool
Right.
wines. And I mean, even over the weekend, I was over at Farm and Table for this Farmer's Feast, and they had a bunch of great summer wines out. And,
Yeah.
we were sitting out in the farm and just
They have a terrific patio.
yeah, absolutely. So they were just bringing out all the best wines, and it was a great experience. So.
All right.
So the new issue has a lot of focus then on New Mexico wines.
Not just New Mexico wines, but I mean, we have some different suggestions from some of our local wine experts, and one of them here today is Kelly Fagan, and he's the district sales manager for Southern Wine and Spirits.
Kelly, great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Getting the wine and coming down
Yeah,
here today.
thanks for bringing us some samples to try
Nothing
today.
better at 7:30 than a little
That's
starter kit.
okay.
A little breakfast wine. A little of your background, Kelly. How'd you get into wine?
Well, I started, came up in restaurants, and in the early 90s I was working with the fine family, the Keens over at Artichoke Cafe,
Yes.
and realized I liked the aspect of selling the wine. I reached out to one of the servers on the floor when I made the transition from the kitchen to the restaurant to the floor, and I said I'd love to learn about wine. So he kind of showed me the ropes about Burgundy, kind of trained me up. Great restaurant to learn about wine, and we had a very large scope, a huge wine list, and really cut my teeth in there. Worked for about 6-7 years, and got reached out to by a small company called the Wine Patrol. They were subsequently bought after they hired me within a year by Southern Wine and Spirits, and the rest is history. So I now work for the largest wholesaler in the nation and have access to an amazing array of wines. And we have two here today from actually kind of tied in with what they were showing in their wine issue, a Godello from Spain and a beautiful Languedoc sparkling rosé from France, Côte Mas.
Now, were these sweet or dry wines?
Actually, dry wines on both counts. Don't let the pink fool you. It's a very dry wine. It's a Cremant, and it's basically French sparkling, not in the Champagne region, but one of the 7 areas of Cremant. And this is from the Languedoc, about 50 kilometers from the Mediterranean French Riviera. So really nice dry pink.
Great. So when picking out like a summer wine, what exactly are people looking for? What should people be looking for?
Well, we are in the desert, spicy fare, hot weather, luckily hot and dry weather. But what I look for is wines, and people are looking for, you got a lot of, whether it be your appetizers, whether it be your main entrees, a lot of pepper, chili rubs, chili sauces. The Godello I really love because it is a clean, crisp white, little richer than Albarino. It's from the northwestern region of Spain. So what's up there? You're just over Portugal. Tons of shellfish,
Yes.
lots of grilled vegetables, paellas. This loves anything with garlic, anything with a nice little white wine or
That's
butter
nice.
finish. And the rosé, dry, fun on its own, but it pairs well with, again, a lot of shellfish here, cocktail. I mean, you could just have this with a group of friends.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's me or not, but I'm just kind of rediscovering rosé. I haven't had rosé in a long time, and have bought some this summer and have really enjoyed it.
They've come back.
Yeah, they have come back a
Absolutely.
bit.
Well, they're no longer, the white Zinfandels really kind of poo-pooed everybody's
Yes.
idea about whites, or about whites, about rosés and blushes. They became so sweet. And
Yes.
the Europeans and a lot of stateside now, all over the world, dry rosés are in. They're in a big way. Restaurants have them sometimes 2-3 deep on their lists. Retailers have sections dedicated to them where before you were lucky to, even find one. And if
Yes.
it was kind of plonky. And I defer to south of France for some of the best, the Loire region, and at any in those areas you see some off-dry rosés, but a lot of dry as well. Provence has some of the best in the world. This is again just French Riviera, just a beautiful rosé that doesn't have near the price tag of a Champagne. So.
Well, can we try these out and see?
No time like, let's rediscover
Like
rosé
wine?
again.
Yeah,
I'm open to that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm not familiar with dry red wine. I mean, well, rosé. So I'm
let's
curious to.
introduce you to our friend Cote
All
Moss.
right.
So if you don't mind, I'll pour around
Now,
here.
this is a sparkling.
This
Yeah.
is sparkling. So
Oh, okay.
Lemieux has a great story here. This is the region where sparkling wine was discovered. Dom Perignon, the monk,
Yes.
back when they were traveling, they had all the books, they had all the information. They would travel township to township, but in Lemieux, they had already discovered the secondary fermentation in wine. So this little area and this very vineyard, the Saint Hilaire Vineyard, is where the monk Dom Perignon saw the first sparkling wine. And of course, in his next travels, he ended up village to village, ended up in a little place in Champagne now, and the rest is history. His
Yes.
famous quote was, "Brothers, come here. I'm drinking stars," is what I think his famous
Yes.
quote was, with all the effervescence. So, a beautiful little rosé, if I may,
Thank you.
lady.
So this is a good wine for summer then.
Absolutely, you'll see this on that. You should get a lot of citric notes, strawberry, light, red fruit.
Very
But
nice.
very, very fun.
All right,
Shall I?
cheers.
Cheers,
friends.
everyone. Thank you. Let's try it.
That's easy.
That's really good.
It's pretty good for breakfast, actually.
Absolutely.
Grape juice.
No
Yes.
need for coffee.
But you know, this, I'm making a little joke, but
Yes.
this on a Sunday morning outside on the patio,
Why wait till
Why
Sunday? Their breakfast is tomorrow. We'll have some fun.
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
But you're right. There's so many brunches now in Albuquerque too. A lot of restaurants have really. There's the old stalwarts, but a lot of people are doing great Sunday and Saturday brunches now.
this would be a great brunch wine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't throw juice at this. I think it has enough
No.
fruit itself. But I
No.
mean, it is a great way to get the morning
very nice.
started. Yeah, thank you.
Like it. All right, so we're new fans of rosé again.
That's so, it's wonderfully refreshing.
I brought that in case everyone had things to do after the segment.
I do.
Yes.
Well, I can't finish. Oh.
You're not obligated.
All right.
All right, now you have to drink the bowl.
Exactly.
You're the last one in, so.
I really like that as I'd serve that in a minute to guests.
Absolutely.
That'd be really, really good.
Well, both of these wines are, again, we're featured by Sam Mulata, who contributes to the wine column to Local IQ, and among others, he had a really nice issue this year, or this month. This is about $16, available at any good independent wine shop in town, Jubilation, Quarters, Select Kelly's. Fantastic new offering. Again, it's just been in the market less than a year. It has really kind of gone gangbusters. The Godello as well, also available in the same areas. This will follow nicely. I do like to show bubbles beforehand, but because we're going dry to dry, I don't think we need to do rinse. So this is a beautiful little white wine from the northwestern corner of Spain.
Spanish wine is just
Absolutely.
terrific.
And hot right now.
Yeah.
Now, does this pair with any type of meal?
Shellfish, seafood, again, light enough to be drunk on its own, very similar to that rosé. That
Okay.
rosé will complement. I mean, most of these wines, because of the high acidity and the clean flavors, lots of minerality here. So,
All right.
now we're northwest again.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
So you're talking shellfish, paellas, whether it be sausage and chicken based, seafood based. This has, Albarino is a pretty popular grape from Spain right now. This has all of that nuance and the stone fruit notes, but it has a little more honeyed body. It's a little warmer, a little richer. And again, this is a great way to bring someone out of their Chardonnay fixation, bring them into some other wines that have the same mouthfeel,
Wonderful.
have the same application.
It complements, it doesn't get in the way of the food.
No oak on this,
Yes.
and you'll notice that. So this
Yes.
is stainless steel and some concrete vat. I mean, so the fermentation is very neutral. They want this to be taste the grape, not taste them.
That you can just sit
That's a
and
good-
drink.
that's a good wine.
Absolutely.
Very good.
I like a wine that I can drink for, because wine and conversation go hand in hand, and this is something that you can keep the conversation going.
Absolutely.
Well, it's a bit of a social skill, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
very
social
nice.
inhibitor.
Now, where can we find this wine?
Again, you can find this at any good independent shop, Jubilation, Quarters, and Select
Same
Kelly's.
locations.
These are both, these are wines you'll find not mass market. They're specialty importers, Esprit de Vin and European sellers. They both specialize on estate fruit, small family farmers. They select, and they just bring in fantastic wines into the market.